G'day guys, thanks for watching another video. In this one, I want to show you a couple of different things. So first off, I've been waiting for a few weeks actually to show you a couple of products. Now you've seen these products before, but not like this. There's a couple of different variations and I'm pretty excited to show you. And second of all, a little while ago, me and the boys went for a dive and we dove this mark that Sarah and I had fished a few times, and I always just thought it was a rock or a little bit of a ledge or whatever. And anyway, in the video, we know it's a man-made wall, but we didn't know what it was. Now I had a couple of comments on it, and people were saying the old shoreline and all that sort of stuff, which it wasn't. Finally figured out what it is. Well, I didn't figure it out. A mate of mine who is a ranger at North Stradbroke Island, Burnsy, thanks very much, mate. His pop was an old whaler around these parts, right? So we're talking old school, way back in the day. And back in World War II, it was actually after the Pearl Harbour bombings. Australia, obviously, were nervous about the same thing happening. So where we were diving, there's a couple of different ones in the bay. I never knew about this, but this is super interesting. Australia actually built them inside some of their harbours and stuff. And this is actually a man-made wall from World War II to stop the midget submarines coming in and blowing up like all the important parts of our country. So it had nets off it, there's live mines around it. It's a big man-made wall. Like, that's just crazy to think. A spot that I fished, which I thought was a rock and a little bit of a ledge, we finally got to dive. By diving it, we realized that is totally 100% man-made, and looked into it further and finding out that you're diving something with the history that actually revolves around Pearl Harbour and the bombings there, and it just blows my mind to know what is actually under us in the boat. And without diving down and seeing it, there's no way we would have known what it was. I didn't even get to dive it that day. Pete and Mick, they dove it. They're very good divers. They're not scared of anything. I'm a bit of a pansy when it comes to sharks. I'm still getting used to it all. It's quite deep, but this time I wasn't missing out. So I'll run a bit of footage, and I tell you what, the fish life on this thing is just out of control. I've never seen so many tusk fish in my life. There would be so many other fish there. We got there a little bit late and the current was already running out hard, but have a go at this. I'm going to roll some footage for a few minutes and show you guys just how crazy this spot is. It's awesome. And then I'm going to show you these two products. This one is for you guys out remote, or the guys who don't get much time to get into places and get stuff measured up. Like, this is going to make it super easy for you guys. Plus, I'm going to show you some of these new products from First Light Fabrications, guys. You all know how good they are. Have a go at these products. Let's get stuck in. Well, before we do that, guys, let's take a trip back in time. Back to 1942, when this wall was constructed. And through the next few minutes of this footage, you're going to see clear shots of pile-driven steel to protect our area from these exact midget submarines that you see right here. Put yourself in our shoes knowing that you're diving something of this relevance. It's honestly crazy. And to have it absolutely loaded with fish is just a bonus. It's hard to think what to look at, the wall or the fish. If you keep your eyes peeled, you'll see where the wall is broken down into areas. And remember, there was a big net hanging off this with floats to protect us from the midget submarines. Here's Pete shooting a nice cod off it. Also, live mines laid around this area, so it's a little bit daunting to go and lay on the sand, just in case we, well, get blown to pieces. But I'm pretty sure they'd be meters underneath the ground right now. There's a clear shot of some of the wall that's been broken down and fallen over. You can see how tall the wall was with how much of the sand that is built up around it and falling down on a 45-degree angle off each side. This is just one area of a wall that is pretty bloody long. So fish life, like I said, is just crazy. Today, we wanted to stock up the freezers because none of us had much fish, so we decided to keep 2 tuskies each and then leave them alone. But I just want to keep running this footage, guys, and hopefully you can appreciate just exactly what you're looking at. I have no idea how they did it, but from what I read, there was a small ship, obviously with a pile driver, and all these long bits of metal or whatever they were nearly 80 years ago were driven in by a pile driver on a ship. All of this after the attacks on Pearl Harbour. And again there, great shot of the wall. Now it's quite deep here, so we don't get a real lot of bottom time to have a good hunt around, but I can only imagine if we had enough time to spend down there on the bottom, the calibre of fish that would come in for a look. I lined this tusky up for my second, but he pulled off and got away. But I wasn't going to miss this one. All these fish around the 3 to 4 kilo mark make for perfect eating. Now have a look at this footage of Pete. If you're like me and you love your tusk fish, you'll find this super cool. Pete can dive deeper than me, so he's got a bit more bottom time. Now the difference between getting to the bottom and having to come straight back up and getting to the bottom and being able to spend a bit of bottom time in this depth, look at the amount of tuskies that are around here that come up to say g'day. Like I said, we don't like to smash spots and take a heap of fish off them. We get what we need and we leave the rest alone. 6 fish is what we wanted to keep. So 6 fish is what we got. As I say time and time again, more and more I'm loving my spearing. Don't get me wrong, I'm still a fisherman, but geez, I love spearing. It's more than just going down shooting a fish. It's finding spots like this. It's looking after your mates and having your mates look after you. It's the adrenaline rush knowing where you are. It's the quietness, the relaxation. You just got to look around like this and think, bloody hell, I'm sitting on a wall built for midget submarines in 1942. Now, here's a little trick that Mickey showed me for you spearos that are just learning. Once you load your rubber, slide your finger up the inside of your spearing rope and pull it all the way up to the end like that. This will protect from getting a muzzle wrap. I then check that everything's good, flopper's good, everything's in place before I shoot a fish, because a muzzle wrap can really make it hard when you've got a big fish, especially in deeper water, to swim back up. So this here is a parrot. A lot of people get parrot and tuskies mixed up. A parrotfish has an actual beak. They're delicious eating and you can keep them, but we don't because they are very good for the reefs. They eat the dead coral and they poo it out, making a nice shell grit. But tuskies, we love them. One of the best eating fish you'll see, the hardest fighting, and right up there with the prettiest. But once again guys, I always tell you, the tusk fish are starting to get a lot of pressure. 6 per person and 30 meters as a legal size limit is just not right for me. So please, when you are fishing for them, only take what you need. I feel as though the size limits and the bag limits on these fish needs to be revisited. That there is number 6. So we're done with a great feed of fish for the family. It's time to show you guys some of these epic new products from some really cool companies. All right, first of all, we've got this drink holder, all right? Hope me little quad lock isn't in the way, but these drink holders, I've had them on there for a little while. They're unreal, like, so all you do is just pop it off, all right? And as you know, they've got push lock products on the back of them. Alrighty, this one here fits the stainless stubby coolers perfectly. Right, they'll also fit stubbies with or cans with inside a cooler, so they're absolutely perfect. All right, so the bigger one than these ones are these ones. Okay, and there's another size up from this again. These ones here will actually fit a 1.2 litre bottle of sparkling mineral water in it, as you can see, or it will fit a Tawley inside a Tawley cooler. It's absolutely perfect. It will also fit, you know, those insulated wine glasses and stuff like that, like the wine cups. They slide perfectly into these with no movement. So if I want to swap out my stubby holder one, all I do is pop it off, grab the bigger one, and I can then fit my 1.25 water up there, or one of the wine glasses. And then, you know, the really big insulated, the hot insulated cups you can get that keep your coffees hot for ages, or you can put stews and stuff in them. They also have one that fits them in them. So I've put one here. I've also put one here for Sez, all right? And then all you have to do is just pop them off. You can put them wherever you're around the boat. Now I'll show you this. All right, so sitting in my chair, bouncing along, look at that. It's in arm's reach right there. That's exactly where you want it. Now, just say in the future, you don't want it here. It's all 3M tape now, so there's no screwing with these ones if you don't want. Literally, all you do is get a little bit of fishing line, go behind it, wiggle it down behind it, and that will all peel off. A little bit of metho if there's any residue or anything, and then it's brand new again. So they're totally removable. You can put them back on. They're cheap as chips, these things, and you can put 4, 5, 6, whatever around the boat. They're not the only thing. They have so many different types of push lock products. You can just clip whatever you want onto here. So go onto their website and have a look, guys. We've got 15% discount off their stock. That's huge. Spend $100, you get $15 off. Spend $1,000, you get $150 off. Like, it's a huge discount, and Gus and the guys down there are very kind to give that to us. So look, their products, I swear by them. Like, honestly, I wouldn't be going drilling holes in my nice bait board if I didn't love their product. So I'm going to show you right now exactly what I'm putting on the back, and have a go at this other little product they've got. All right, so this is what the back of that 3M tape looks like. All right, so that's the puck on the front, 3M tape on the back, and happy days. So that's what I mean. All you got to do is run a bit of fishing line down that, and you can pull it off, and it's as good as new. This is one of the newer products that they've got, and it's awesome. It's a line cutter. So you can see in there, right? It's a razor blade sticking up ways. You can't cut your hand in there even if you try. Can't cut your hand on that. It's completely safe. And all it does, stick onto the side. When you want to trim your line off, you just punk, trims it straight through those bits just there. It's unreal. Mono and braid, everything, sharp as. So I'm going to stick that to the side of my bait board, and then whenever I want to chop my line off or anything like that, swipe it straight through there, and it's done. You don't even need to have that on anything because it's got 3M tape already on the back. Literally just sticks on. And then we got the old products. You guys would have seen this before. This is a dispatch kit. All right, it's got my pliers, clips in. It's got my brain spike, clips in, and it's got the D hooker. and they all just clip in like that. And again, it's just on a puck like that. And we got knife with the sharpener, scissors, and pliers. It's all Gerber brand, like it's top-notch gear, mate. This one I had in the boat for over a year, and it was still like new when I sold it, and I gave it to the guy that bought the boat. I couldn't not let it go with it. So anyway, let's whack this on this one, and then I'll show you one more thing. Oh, and if you are installing it, literally the only tools you need is a drill bits, and a pop rivet gun. If you want to screw them or bolt them, you will need a spanner or something, but honestly, these aluminium pop rivets are more than enough. The cup holders and that, I've had beers and like everything. The bigger ones I can put a 1.25 litre bottle in and it holds it, no worries. Yep. So yeah, but all right. So these square back ones will hold the push lock products, no problems. All our products, yep. Wicked. All right, happy days, mate. I'm filming right now, actually, when I'm talking to you. So look, if you don't believe me, I'll blank out his number, but I'm on the phone to the big fella. All right, buddy. All right, mate. Thanks a lot. See ya. Bye. So how's this? I just called Gus because he threw us out a couple of these extra ones, right? So I thought, hang on, maybe these are strong enough to hold all your actual utensils. And he guarantees me they are. So I don't even actually have to drill into the side of my bait board. I swear that wasn't set up because I've got my drill and bloody drill bits and everything here. So literally, you don't even have to drill into the side of your stuff. You just stick this on. It's strong enough to hold all this. And the line cutter here is strong enough to hold itself. So you can also turn the line cutter. So you can see that little cutout there. That will go onto that, like that. And you can turn the line cutter into, that slides down onto those pucks as well. And by pucks, I mean these. Different thickness pucks, right? And literally, you just drill a hole, pop rivet them on, and that's what all these things slide onto. These are push lock products. Boom, there's clip in. It's that easy. Seriously, it's such a good idea. But anyway, this is gonna take me about 15 to 20 times less than what I thought it was going to. I haven't pulled out my bait drawer out of here because I had to see and make sure I wasn't gonna screw through and hit the rails on the inside. But now literally it's just stick it on. Happy days. All right, let's do it. I actually don't even need to stop recording. It's gonna be that quick. So I don't know why, but I like to have all my pliers and everything on this side. All I gotta do is make sure I'm free of everything. My rod won't go much through there. Where do I want it to sit? Line it up. Actually, I will need to just get a pen and mark that, but I stick that on and happy days, it's that easy. Hey Taz, can you quickly bring me a pen, please? How good are kids? What? Yeah, it's all right.
Can you catch?
Thank you, my love. Thanks, doll. All right. Mark that there. Mark that there. And what do I do? Hang on. Hey Taz, can you please bring me methylated spirits and a paper towel?
No.
Please. It's under the sink. How good are kids? God, you're good. The surface. That is one thing you do have to do. I have no nails. Oh, that is so sticky. I can feel it just on the corners. And that is going nowhere. That stuff's so sticky. Look at this. Far out, it's that easy. So on this side we got Black Panther shears. They are unreal for bleeding fish. You got your brain spike and you got your D hooker. Now I just got to find a spot for this and we're done. I'm just going to stick it right here, right in the middle. What are you reckon about there? A little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. I think that looks all right. Look at this. There's no way you'll get that off, eh? Maybe if you fully just like ripped at it, but there's no way that's coming off. And have a go at this. It's even cut on an angle, so it points outways. So you don't have to try and squeeze your fingers in between it. You just get the line, pull it straight between there, and it's done. There you go, guys. First Light Fabrication, seriously, they're coming up with so many different awesome ideas. Like I said before, they've been nice enough to give you a 15% discount on their whole website. So site-wide, not just on these products, the whole thing. So if you go on there, out of line 15, make sure you use that discount because it's going to save you a heap of money. firstlightfabrications.com.au. Let's move on to this next little mod. All right, the next thing is EVA flooring. We've all seen EVA flooring, yeah? So this is the EVA flooring, all right? This is 8mm, nice, soft flooring. You can pretty much print anything you want into it. You can print logos, names, patterns, fish measuring ladders, anything you want in it, they can cut into them now. It's unbelievable, right? But there's a lot of people out west that are dam fishermen and that can't get to all the places around Australia to do it. There is a heap of places, but if you live remote, it is tricky. It really is. I didn't know this until I went and seen Lucas at Boat Flooring Australia. So he's given some more flooring for me to put up around the roof in the side pockets here because I want it protected from the spear guns. I had to put that new motor on, so I had to pull the EVA flooring up. So I've got to put more down on the back. But this time, so it was one whole piece, I've got it cut into 3 pieces. I've got one here, one on that side, and then this hatch is a spare bit, and all I do is black sicker around the join, and Lucas has even cut around these little screws here. So I'll show you that shortly. That's how accurate they can do it now, and they don't even need to come out to your house. You can literally do it yourself. So all you need to do now, right, is these targets right here. So you contact Boat Flooring Australia, they'll send you out some targets, these little bits, they're just printed on paper. You literally just sit them down around your boat, take photos with your phone, and send it back to them. That's it. They can, within, I think it's 1 or 2 millimeters, get your whole boat perfect from laying these targets around where you want the flooring and sending it back. Then all you have to do is email a logo or something like that to them, and they can print that out. Like, your whole boat is done like that. My boat, around those screws, were done like that. Like, I don't even know how to do it. I seriously, I can't comprehend how they do that, how technology works that well. To lay these little targets, you don't even have to lay them in order. You just sit whatever target wherever you want, take photos, email it back to Boat Flooring Australia, and it's done. That easy. He sends a quote, sends it out to you, you stick it down yourself like I'm about to right now. All right, so like this here, this is for around my hatch on the transom. That was cut using those targets that I just sat on there and send in photos. This here is for the roof, and it's cut around my little stainless rails on the edges. It's even got our logo cut into it. It's awesome, man. It's awesome. I don't know how they do it. Anyway, they can, and it's very accurate. So I'm going to stick this all on now, and it's something like in a couple of years, if you need new stuff or whatever, you just peel it up. They should always have the file if you go back to the same person, get a new bit cut. Or if your cat scratches it up like mine does, you can just get another bit put on that as well. Disclaimer, it is not my cat. It is not my cat. It is Sarah's. So what I've done, this is the black colour, all right, this is for the side pockets. So what I've done is just measured down from the little rail in the side pocket, put a nice little even cut all the way along there, and that's just going to fold in nicely into the corner, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. It's just going to go down into here. So it's a bit hard to do with one hand, so I'll do my best. I just fold this one up now and pull this back, and that should just fold nicely down to the pocket. Hang on. All right, I had to fly out quickly and grab my young fella from soccer after school. So anyway, it's getting a little bit dark now to keep going. I've got my lights cranking, but this is what I got up to. So I've got it all down near nicely. Nice little right angle corner the whole way along. Done the exact same thing in this bit. I've got a couple of bits to go just on the end from there down to there, because if any of the spear gun points rub up against this, I just don't want it to be all scratched and looking crap. But yeah, basically that's what it's for, just to protect all the gunnels. We can throw our spear guns in there now. I don't have to worry about anything getting scratched. And in time, if this gets all ripped up and flogged, literally just pull it off, put some new stuff down, happy days. So tomorrow I'll install this and the rest of the stuff on the transom, and I'll put this up on the roof and I'll show you how good that looks, but that's tomorrow's job. It's getting too late now. All right, morning guys. It's a new day, sun's still shining. Tell you what, Southeast Queensland turning it on for 5 days in a row now with no rain. But okay, so as I was saying last night, so this is another bit that Boat Flooring Australia cut for me. So I'll show you exactly how accurate it is. You can see my screws lining up with the holes that he's cut. So that is from a photo with those targets next to it. That's how perfect they can get it. So what I'm gonna do with this transom is I was gonna whack all the new flooring on. So that's the old stuff that's on there. This is the new stuff that Lucas has cut me, whacked our logo on there. And then like this is all new stuff as well, which will go all over the back of the transom like this, except they join up like absolutely perfectly. So when it's all stuck down, it'll all go together perfectly like this. That's what that whole back transom's gonna look like. But I'm still waiting to find out a couple of things with this prop. Like I said, it's propped beautifully for inshore, not so beautifully for offshore. So I'm still playing around with it. The motor may have to go down another hole, but there are no more holes to go down. So we're just trying to figure out, because the cav plate looks like it's in the right spot, but with a 15-inch, it's cavitating a bit, blah, 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 long story. I might be getting a jacking plate. I might be cutting into the transom a little bit to drop it. We don't know what's happening yet, but I don't want to put this back flooring on until I know if I have to pull the motor off again to drop it down or not. So anyway, we'll sort that out, but that's what the flooring will look like. So it's super accurate. If you're looking to get some flooring and you live remotely, it's very easy to do with those targets, very quick and a lot cheaper because you get to install it yourself. And it's easy to install. I'll show you now. Right, all you need to do, a bit of metho on a paper towel, or you can use isopropyl, which is probably better, but this does the job. You'll see it wasn't real clean. Then these are bits that Lucas has cut for me. They fit in there perfectly. Peel the backing off, stick it in, easy done. Rightio, next is the roof. I've got flooring to go all over there, along the sides here, and a bit up along the front. The kids really enjoy jumping off the roof into the water in summer and in winter actually. But it's a little bit slippery, so I want to do this so they don't slip and hurt themselves. You know what? I actually like jumping off the roof too. Look at that. That's why you prep the surface first. Metho takes any grease and grime off, so it's extremely sticky, this stuff, but you still want to give it the best chance of staying. Anyway, you don't want to see me clean the roof. Fast forward to an important bit. All right, I've laid it out exactly how I want it. So because the roofs are curved like that, we've left slight gaps halfway up around the front and along the back there, so all the water can get away. What I might do, but is get another, I don't know, I reckon I'd sort of like to just fill in this gap here. So I might end up getting another piece, putting it through there and just filling in this part here. So I might get 4 more bits and fill in that, but I just got to stick these down, evenly cut around all your stainless areas. Matches all the front of your bow. It's so good, eh? Look at it. And it's grippy as, so there's no slipping. Look at that. Some cool drone footage up there. Got a little gap so water can get away. Time to stick it down. Now I was going to tape it all in place, but I reckon I might just wing it. See how we go. Might regret this, hang on. All in the same spot. All right. And that'll just lay down exactly where it was, as long as you can get a little bit of it down. Mate, how good's that? All right, work your way around the roof. There we go. Definitely need a bit up there, but I'm gonna fill that whole area in, I reckon. But as for the sides and the back, maybe just a thin strip through there. What do you guys reckon? That's pretty cool, eh? All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this fun little episode. Just like that, I've got all my First Light fabrication products in. I've got all my flooring down in my side pockets, my transom pretty much, the front side pockets and the roof. Like seriously, all together, it was maybe like an hour's work, not even that. Filming, about 5 hours work. But anyway, unfortunately, we don't have a discount code or anything like that with the flooring when it's not a sponsored jobby. It is what it is with the flooring. It's just, I think every boat should have it. It's comfortable, it's good. Cleaning wise, you need to get your stains and all that off it pretty quickly. If you left squid ink on it for a while, you really do need to give them a good scrub. Doesn't matter what brand it is, like you do need to give them a good scrub when you get home. I find the light grey I had in my old boat, it was harder to keep clean than the teak. So the teak is actually easier to keep clean than the light grey. I haven't had a charcoal or anything yet, but that would definitely be worth a go as well. There's so many colours and designs, it's like endless. You can even do 3 colours now. So guys, if you want some of those First Light fabrication products, make sure you use that discount code. Like I said, it's a huge bloody savings, 15%. It's firstlightfabrications.com.au. In the coupon code, put OUTOFLINE15. Happy days, 15% off. And if you're looking for some boat flooring, contact Lucas down there at Boat Flooring Australia at Cleveland. He does an amazing job, good fella. And you DIY. If it was me, I'd be doing it DIY because you save some dosh and they've made it really easy for you. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that episode, guys. If you want any merch, head over to outerline.com.au. We've got all our shoes, hats, our new shirts, our jerseys are going absolutely crazy. I reckon, I'm going to say, they're the best looking jerseys on the market that I've seen, to be honest with you, and definitely the most functional. So they're a good price. Head over there and grab a few. But yeah, until next time, have fun on the water, tight lines, keep it real. See you next week. If you'd like to become a Patreon, head over to patreon.com/OuterlineAdventures. And we'd like to say a massive thank you to our sponsors. Your support and friendship means the absolute world to us. Cheers, guys.